Hey, what's up? So, I wanted to do like some type of introduction video into myself and my channel. By the way, my name is Brad Casper. I'm 46 years old. My channel is Brad Casper Media. And yesterday I put out a video. It was a little untimely. I had other videos that I was working on, I had other introduction videos. None of them, anybody who does this knows what I'm talking about. And if you don't do this, you can imagine that it's never good enough to put something out. It seemed like. But yesterday, just based on the timing and the current events that are happening right now, I just felt like it was time. And so I made a video and just threw it out there. So I'm glad that's behind me now because I was dragging my feet, and that's not the case anymore. That video's published, it's out there. I mean, it may be forever till people end up seeing it, but at least I did my part in putting it out when I did and for the reason I did. I got that off my chest, and I'm glad that's behind me. So now it's just full steam ahead with this channel. What this channel is a combination of a lot of different things. I recently went through a back injury, and that back injury left me basically, I lost my job. I wasn't able to return with the injury that I have. I wasn't able to return to my job. Um, and so I need to figure something else out. And this has been something that I've been contemplating doing for a long, long time. Um, Even more so during this injury because I had a lot of time on my hands to think about it. And, I had I wouldn't say a great job. I had, the work was great. I loved the work. I was getting paid to be in the woods every day, doing easy work. I mean, it was an easy job, easy work, really good money. But it just wasn't satisfying. And to be completely honest, I was starting to get sick of some of the people. And so, things happen for a reason. I don't know. Like, this has been on my heart for a long time to try and do something like this, but I probably wouldn't have stepped away from my job to do it. And so in that, I probably would have never did it at all. And I think things happen for a reason. And it's kind of weird with this back injury because I don't know what I did to cause it. No one in the medical field that I've dealt with knows what caused it. It's just something that happened, and now here I am. My whole life's changed around because of it, and it kind of funneled me into this. Like, it forced me into this. Um, because, like I said, I probably wouldn't have done it otherwise because I wouldn't say content, but I was like good with just going to work every day and doing what guys got to do. I got a family to take care of. That's what it was all about. So I probably would have never stepped away from that to do this. But now, because I was essentially pushed into this position, here I am. And so part of this channel is to document that journey, what it looks like. I want to try and regain control of my life. I want to switch things around. A big part of what was missing from my job was purpose. There was no purpose in it. I only did it strictly for a paycheck. I went there every day like a slave, like everybody else, slave to the system. Going to work every day, waking up, going to a place that I don't choose to go. I have to go. And I've done that for a long, long time. And I just think that it got to the point where it was like, there's more to life. There's more to life than that, And the thing that was missing in that was purpose and helping people. The only person I was helping was myself. Well, I mean, I was helping my family. I was doing my duty, But reflecting on it, the thing is, when you just give your kids everything they want and you have ample money, you're set, you're good. Like, that doesn't really that doesn't really equate to something good, you know. I'm not sure how to say this, like, without coming across the wrong way, but it was selfish in that I was only doing it for those purposes, and I just have this feeling that, like, we should all be like striving to help people, and that's in my mind what was missing, and I don't know if it's selfish. I mean, you're going to work every day, you're taking care of your family, that's your duty. But I also think that just as a person, you also have the duty to try and help other people, especially in the climate that we're in today. I mean, look around. The world is a mess. It's a mess. And my kids are growing up in it, and they have to go out into it as adults. And I don't like what I see. And so, you know, is just going to work every day and providing all this stuff for them, and, you know, is that what it's all about? Or is there some type of obligation to try and impact the world, to make it a better place? You know, something that I've always told my kids is that, you know, you can't change the world, but you can change yours. And by doing that, other people can see it. And it's not for everybody, but certainly there's going to be people, by seeing that ultimately end up changing theirs as well. And it just collectively happens that way. And so this a big part of this is doing my part, doing that part right there. Just trying to put things out into the world that's positive, try and help people. That's the goal of this channel. There's a lot of different stuff that I'd like to discuss and talk about. You know, fitness, health, longevity, you know, masculinity, just because I feel like that's been trampled down here recently. And I'm raising boys to be men here, and I don't like what I'm seeing when it comes to that either. And so I think that's important. So that's going to be a big topic on this channel. Current events. I mean, it's endless. You'll never, I feel like you're never going to run out of material to talk about when you're talking about current events. And there's just so many lies in the world today. And so I feel like there needs to be other voices, because the mainstream's dying, and hopefully soon it'll just be dead. And, you know, channels that are actually putting out truth can rise up in their ashes, and I hope to be a part of that, you know, eventually. I'd like to talk about hidden history, because, again, not just in current events, but there's plenty of lies in the past, and it's very interesting digging into some of that. And so that's something I'd also like to do on this channel. And then something else that I'm very passionate about is being self-sufficient and homesteading and growing your own food and those type of things. I have a passion for it, and you know, so I'd like to, you know, put out that type of content as well, and you know, being able to do things for yourself, I think is a big deal. Money not spent is essentially money made. So things that you can do for yourself, you should absolutely try and do them. And so, you know, I've learned a lot over the years of watching people on YouTube, and you know, so, you know, there's probably going to be a little bit of that in the mix as well. So these are all things that, and more, that I'm probably not thinking of now that we'll be talking about. But this is also just to kind of highlight this new journey. You know, like I said, my life recently changed. I got to figure something else out, and this is the direction I plan on taking it. I feel like this is a much more noble calling than what I was previously doing. And like I said, there was just no purpose in it. When I think of this, I see a lot of purpose in it, and that makes me feel good, especially if I can grow this thing and be successful at it. And hopefully, you know, over the course of time, that's what will happen, and this channel can grow, and hopefully many of you will come along with me on that journey, because one of the things, like I said, my work experience has always been physical type work. That's really all I know. And the only other experience, when I've thought about this, the only other experience that I really have is in it's life experiences. It's things that have happened more notably recently. Big events in my life that like really knocked me down hard, and I had to find a way back up and out of that, and I did. And when I looked back on that, I feel like there's a lot of lessons to be learned in it. And the more I honed in on it and contemplated about it, I realized that there were patterns in it, and those patterns ultimately are a roadmap in recovery from being through a traumatic experience or whatever it may be, just a tough spot in your life, what that looks like to go from that low place to a higher frequency and to potentially be operating at your best, and that's where we should all be. Like I was talking about earlier, the climate we live in, this world we live in, you better be ready for war at any given time. And that means mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And so that's what this channel's about, to try and help men that are in, some of those dark places come out of that, regain control of their life, and ultimately become a better person and, be ready for whatever life throws at you. Because I can tell you, it seems like it never ends. You no sooner get out of one rut and back onto the road, and you just get knocked back down again. And so it's just something that I've grown to become accustomed to. And, you can almost thrive in it, in my personal opinion. And so that's the other big part of this channel. When I say helping people, that's what I mean, trying to help people, do just that. And so hopefully my own life can be an example of what that looks like here, because that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to carve out another path to regain control of my life. And that's the opportunity that's in front of me right now, and that's what I'm ready to run with. And so that's what we're going to do. And just another quick note, like I said, I wanted to put out some type of introduction video. This hopefully will be it. Now that I got it behind me, this whole publishing thing, it's out there now. So now I don't feel like I have that thing hanging over me. I can just go ahead and do this. And so hopefully this will be the introduction video, but I recorded a lot of this, my back injury back when this happened. I was recording content then with the full intent of uploading and creating the channel and uploading that stuff when I did it, and I just never did because I've been dragging my feet this whole time. So I'd like to put even some of that older stuff out, just so people have a better understanding of what that looked like for me. And I feel like it exposes, some of the problems in the medical industry, and there's many. This has been an absolute joke that I've been through with this whole thing. And maybe there's also people out there going through similar things, and it might help, just shed light on the situation, what you can expect, and, coming out the other end of it, just, so I feel like there might be some value in that content. So I may try and organize some of that older stuff that I have and put it out there as well. But yeah, that's basically what we're looking to do. I'm going to shoot. My goal is to try and shoot for 3 videos a week, 10 to 15 minute videos discussing different topics. And then, eventually, if I can get some views and people watching, I'd like to do a live, like, every Tuesday or something, where it's interactive with people. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking to do, and I hope you'll join me. This is it. This is my new life. This is what I'm about to do, and I hope that you'll watch, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks. See you in the next one.